You're muted, Erin.
Thank you. And I was just chatting away, so sorry everybody, but just want to welcome you to this School of Business Administration webinar. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I would like to introduce you to Dr. Ken Anderson, Dean of the School of Business Administration. And after Ken welcomes all of you and provides a little overview, I will come back and explain how to move into the next session. So thank you all. So happy to see you here. Go Zags! And here is Dr. Anderson.
Thank you, Erin. And thanks to all of you for taking the time out of the end of your week to visit with me and my friends who are here tonight to tell you a little bit about the business school at Gonzaga. We know that you
looks different,
in the audience are from throughout the country, as well as even outside the continental United States. And so a big welcome and also a thank you to you again for your interest in Gonzaga and being here tonight. So let me share my screen and go through a quick presentation, tell you a few things about the business school in general, and then as Erin said, we'll break off into a couple different groups, accounting and business, and there you'll have the opportunity to learn a little bit more about the accounting major and the business major, as well as ask our professors and advisors questions you may have about our school and our curriculum. So let me get started on that. So very quickly, my name again is Ken Anderson. There's my email address, and that's important. If you have any questions tonight that don't get answered, or you think of anything after the presentation is over, pretty straightforward, anderson@gonzaga.edu. That's what happens when you've been at Gonzaga before there was even email. There's no first initial, there's no number, it's just my last name. So happy to answer, interact with you in any way that you want moving forward. I'm originally from San Pedro, California, attended Serra High School and LA Harbor Junior College. I am a proud alum with 2 degrees from Gonzaga, and then went off to the University of Nebraska where I earned my PhD. I love German Shepherds, and if you came to one of our admission events previously during the school year, you know that that's Clarence on the left and Unitas on the right, and they are a joy to have around, and perhaps one day you'll see them in the Jepson Center. And I want to just stress overall, we are really, really good at what we do. Whether it's teaching, whether it's advising, whether it's caring for the individual and his or her career aspirations and goals, we are really good, and a lot of that lies in the fact that we are committed to the overall mission of Gonzaga. What's our vision as a business school? We want to be a global leader in Jesuit business education, and we think we're on that path. We have 3 main values: excellence, engagement, and inspiration. Those are particularly important to us. Every big decision that we make, we look at those things through the lens of excellence academically, engagement with people and things outside of the business school, and inspiration, being inspired by the Jesuit mission, whether that's from the standpoint of social responsibility and ethics, or it's from the standpoint of learning by doing. Outcomes, we consistently appear in national rankings. Our students dominate in competitions like DECA. Many of you are familiar with DECA from your high school experiences. And we also have outstanding placement rates. We're accredited by AACSB. That is no mean feat, although many of you, many of the schools you were considering before Gonzaga are probably also accredited by AACSB. Less than 900 worldwide carry accreditation. And more importantly, for some of you tonight, less than 200 have earned joint accreditation in business and accounting, and we are one of those less than 200. We have been accredited in both business and accounting for many years. 3 most popular areas of study, year in, year out. Order changes a little bit, but accounting, finance, and marketing. So the major in accounting, the major in business, people majoring in business earning concentrations in finance and or marketing. Obviously, you can go to the website to learn more about our majors and concentrations and minors and graduate programs. And of course, we're here tonight to answer questions about that. To set your expectation for next year, you're going to take, most freshmen take 1 business course their first year. Now, if you have a bunch of AP credits or other sorts of things transferring in, that may be a little bit different for you, but most of our students take 1 business class their first year. The majority of your classes your first year will be from the university core. That's important, particularly for those of you who maybe you're not quite sure about business yet. You've got some time to get your feet underneath you as a college student, figure out your way around Gonzaga, and then make a decision, maybe even in the spring of your freshman year, and not be behind when it comes to graduating in 4 years on time, etc. You're going to spend time, like I said, in the core curriculum. A very, very important part of what we do at Gonzaga. It's been redesigned in the past few years to give you different experiences to accomplish certain learning outcomes. I will tell you this. Most of the alums that I talk to from the business school, they certainly love what we do. They love what they learned about marketing. They love what they learned about accounting and management, etc. But they will tell you almost to a person, their experience in the core curriculum of our university was an extremely important part of their education. And in a lot of cases, they will say it's what distinguishes them from their peers. They learned how to think through our core curriculum. They learned how to communicate via our core curriculum. So that first year, even though you're not in the business school, it is still a very, very important part of your education at Gonzaga. And it's part of what makes us a great business school as well. Learning by doing, internships, projects within classes. We've got Dan Stewart here tonight. He can talk a little bit about the Hogan program when we move out to the different sessions. The VITA program, Volunteer Income Tax Assistant. We believe that our students need to learn via doing. It's great that we're good in the classroom. It's wonderful that we have a great curriculum, but we want you to get hands-on experience in some way, shape, or form. Part of that could be studying abroad, and I know that's kind of a different deal right now with COVID, but in a normal year, we have about 200 students study abroad from the business school. Many go to Florence, some go to our faculty-led study abroad options right after school is out in May, but study abroad is a big part of our experience in the business school. And I will add, most of our students do more than one thing. Double major, major and minor, or more than one concentration. Many of our students have the opportunity to do those things and stay pretty close to, if not within, the 128 credit hours required for graduation. Great placement rate, as reported by our careers and professional development colleagues. Our top employers in the last survey were companies like Boeing, KPMG, Amazon, West Monroe Partners. Our graduates usually stay in the West, but not always. Many return back to their home area. And part of what we try to do is create value for our students by ourselves establishing great connections across different organizations. For example, every one of our disciplines has an advisory board made up of folks from the community. Bam, big networking opportunity automatically out of the gate. We look to provide you with multiple opportunities to learn about careers. So we have these programs called career days, careers in marketing, careers in finance. We bring people in, they talk about what they do, they talk about how they got there, because we know that many of you, especially in your first couple years, may not know exactly what it is you want to focus on. So that's a quick introduction to the business school. Again, anderson@gonzaga.edu. Reach out, anything you need, or when you hear one of my great colleagues talk here in a couple minutes and you want me to relay a question to him or her, just send that to me and I'll make sure they get it to there. I make sure they get that right away. So thank you for listening and your time. And now back to Aaron. You're muted, Aaron.
Every time, every time.
Every time.
I've been doing Zooms for months now, every time. Very sorry. Okay, so just so everyone knows, all the sessions are going to be recorded and put in place of the Zoom link on the website. So if you have family members who want to watch this later, those will be available, or if you want to go back and watch it. Really excited to connect you with so many professors. Due to the virtual format, you'll find many professors in both sessions. At this time, to join the business track of interest or the accounting track of business administration, I'm sorry, to join either accounting or business administration, you're going to want to go to the web page that is the School of Business Administration webinar. That page was just posted in the chat. Then once you get there, you choose accounting or business administration and then click on the Zoom link. You will have to leave this Zoom in order to join the next Zoom. I'm going to go over to business administration. My colleague Zusel Aguilar will be in the accounting session, and Matt Lyons, my other colleague, will be staying in this session to help any of you who have some trouble moving into the next session. So we'll see you in either accounting or business administration, and enjoy the rest of the program. See you there.